Hi friends, good morning. Happy Monday to you. Welcome into another work week and thanks for joining us for a new week here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick here in the Weather Center for us, tracking today's forecast where we're starting off a little bit cooler this week. Thomas, our director Scooter, is back from a trip to Cleveland where he said it was pretty cold there, so at least it's not that cold.
Yeah, I know it's been pretty wild weather all across the country, and for us here locally, it's kind of interesting because it could be actually pretty wild weather, because you just heard in my statement earlier that it very well could snow tomorrow morning. But that's in kind of like the unlikely camp of the forecast. What is likely is we're in for a cloudy, cold, windy, and likely a showery day overall. Right now it's 41 degrees, bit of a breeze out there, and there are light scattered showers, just kind of mostly over the mountains of North Idaho, but they are in some regions. Now, scattered showers likely. Thunderstorms and snow a bit less likely, but not impossible. So we'll go over those details in a few moments.
As you wake up this morning, we want to help you prepare for your morning commute. We want to turn your attention to this view of I-90 in Hamilton. Take a look at the center of your screen right now in the eastbound lanes where you can see WashDOT crews are beginning their sweeping project to clean up I-90 ahead of Bloomsday and the anniversary of the World's Fair kicking off this weekend. It's going to be a very busy weekend here in the Inland Northwest, but this means that there will be lane closings now through Wednesday between 4 a.m. and 1 p.m. daily. And this is happening from Highway 2 through the Oregon Road exit in Spokane Valley. So they're doing a clean sweep to get everything nice and clean and good looking for all the people expected to be visiting the Inland Northwest this weekend. We'll let you know how this impacts the morning commute, but be sure to give them plenty of space as you head out on the roads this morning. This morning, the Washington State Patrol and Airway Heights Police are continuing their urgent search for a missing woman. 38-year-old Amanda Pacotis was last seen on Saturday afternoon. Authorities believe she left a friend's house in Airway Heights. WSP believes she may be with 51-year-old Joseph Parasine, who they are calling a suspect. Troopers are looking for a silver 2013 Toyota 4Runner. The license plate number is there on your screen. If you see either of them or that car, call 911. Happening today, the Spokane City Council is expected to vote on an ordinance that would increase protections for renters. It would ultimately require landlords to give tenants more notice before a rent increase. Right now, the state law mandates landlords give renters a 2-month notice. If City Council passes this ordinance, it would double the time to 4 months for notices for increases of 3% or less, and 6 months notice for more than 3% increases. KREM 2 spoke to one local landlord who says the rule might only help renters in the short term, and it might put landlords on the defensive.
They'll probably start to bake in those rent increases. They're going to try to insulate themselves the best way they can into what they're feeling is a threat. The city's trying to solve the symptoms of an affordability issue without really looking at the root cause.
But council members who support the measure say it is desperately needed. The ordinance says almost all Spokane renters pay more than the recommended 30% of their income to housing. 1/3 pay more than half of their income.
Heard from a gentleman who his rent was $680 before the pandemic. Now it's $1,700.
If council passes the ordinance tonight, it will go into effect on June 1st. Be sure to keep it here on Up with KREM. We'll let you know what happens. Today, the Inland Northwest Honor Flight will be heading to Washington, D.C. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones live at the Spokane International Airport right now. So, Brandon, it looks like the veterans are there, and this is going to be such a special and memorable trip as they see the memorials built in their honor. Good morning.
Tim, let me tell you what, I'm extremely blessed to be in this position this morning because I get to meet great individuals like this. I want to first and foremost say thank you all for your service, and then thank you for letting me interrupt your morning and speaking with you for a few moments. These are the Deacon brothers, so all three of them, they're brothers, and they're going on the Inland Northwest Honor Flight this morning. First and foremost, I want to walk down the line. I'm going to ask each one of you, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm Tom. Very honored. Very good. I feel good.
Yes, sir.
excited and been waiting for 3 years for this day.
I mean, I'm so honored to be able to speak with you all this morning. For you, what is it like just being out here and, getting this experience and just being around this energy out here this morning?
It's very, very grateful for it, actually, because when I came back from Vietnam, it wasn't this way. It was quite a different scene at that point, too. So this is very nice.
Yeah, that's a good point right there where, people are out here, they're greeting you, they're excited to see you, smiles all over the place. What do you remember from that time period when you guys were, out in Warren?
Well, most of it I was doing administrative work in the accounting side of the house, but then I got tapped for some very sensitive work and was sent over to Southeast Asia. It was unbelievably challenging, to say the least. And I kept watching the calendar, one more day, and eventually the day came.
Yeah, yes, sir.
When that day came, I had already received a call from a company called the Aerospace Corporation, which is an Air Force Federal Research Center. And I had a job there within 2 weeks out of getting out of the Air Force, supporting the National Space Program. And I was there for 57 years.
All right, well, one more quick question for you guys. You all told me that you've been to Washington, but this is the first of this type of experience, right? So what are you expecting as you get over there today?
Well, I was in Washington when they built the Vietnam Wall, so I haven't been back in quite a few years, but I'm looking for the Air Force Memorial and all the other memorials too. So this will be a big treat. Yeah.
Well, and then last question I got just for you guys is just, what is it like seeing all these positive faces in here this morning and, just seeing the energy that everyone has and just ultimately the blessings it is to be here and be surrounded by some of your fellow veterans?
It's really great, and to recognize all the different branches of the service here as well too. It's a good, warm feeling.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Also, it's so interesting to see the age. We're all right in the same category here, because you look back and most of them are Vietnam vets, and that's a long time ago. Yeah. But they look pretty healthy.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you guys all look in good energy.
Well, we're all lucky. These guys especially went to Vietnam. I think the ones that we left behind over there, I feel sorry for, but they did it for our country.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And again, I want to say thank you all for your service, man. How about that? The Deacon brothers right there, man. This is good stuff. We appreciate you guys, and safe travels as you head over there to D.C. and back tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, well, I'll stop talking now. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Oh, Brandon, you can't talk enough. We thank our veterans. Thank you. Our Boomtown series continues now this morning, tracking growth in our region. As Spokane gets more and more well-known concerts, the Spokane Arena is getting a makeover. Renovations will close the arena for 3 months this summer. The $10 million renovations will force the arena to close starting in mid-May. The renovations will bring a lot of upgrades, including better lighting and seating.
Just parts are falling apart, and we're just needing to renovate it and get it back up to our standards to make it more operable for our operations team and more usable and user-friendly at that point.
Only 3 events had to be moved that were originally scheduled at the arena during the renovation. The arena will close after the Lil Wayne concert on May 16th. The plan is to be back open for the Jelly Roll concert on August 30th.
Time is 6:09 as we take you outside to our outdoor weather center on a rather chilly morning here, though our temperatures holding steady in the low 40s at the moment. I will say now that we are getting more daylight, we can actually see quite a bit of blue skies directly overhead, but lots of low cloud cover off to my east. And there are some rain showers associated with that. So let's actually move over to Doppler radar. So again, I was looking in that direction, and there are these rain showers just kind of scattered around North Idaho. Most of it over the mountains. Looks like there might be a little shower somewhere between Hayden and Rathdrum at the moment, but nothing that's particularly heavy. A little bit of a drizzle drizzle or a mist over the Palouse as well. Now, showers are likely through the day today, especially during the afternoon. Even though it is going to be a rather cool day, I actually would not be surprised to see any graupel with the showers expected this afternoon. But coming up, I'm going to detail why I might have that one small snow icon for tomorrow morning. Those forecast details are all coming up in about 10 minutes.